synergistic opportunities between Qatar and South Africa. South Africa and Qatar. Let's look at it. Very interesting combination. Let's understand the global economy, Qatar economy, again South African economy, and bilateral between Qatar and South Africa. Global economy, we discussed enough, is going to grow around 6%. Advanced economy is 5.1%. Developing economy is 6.7%. So as far as the COVID is concerned, as we speak now, global cases 141 million. Number of deaths is over 3 million. COVID vaccines around 905 million. US Fed action is important. Accommodative monetary policy, no hikes in March meeting, 0 to 0.25. Fed sees stronger economy. And again, President Joe, $2 trillion plan, US infrastructure development, partly funded by taxes. Very important. Qatar economy is going in the right direction. Now we have 166 billion with 7% current account as a percentage of GDP will produce as a surplus. Central government gross debt, if you look at it, is around 59.8%. And clearly the population is holding at 2.8 million. Inflation is around 2.4%. Will grow the economy by 2.36%. Let's say 2.4 or 5 is a possibility. So when it comes to banking growth, we have seen first 2 months 2.6% lending growth, asset growth of around 1.36%, government growth of 6.4%, real estate growth of 4.36%, consumption is growing at 3.3%, contracting sector is a negative growth, 3%, service sector again is a contraction, 2.3%, trading sector almost flat, I should say, 0.7%, customer deposits again 0.76%. QCB reforms, Qatar cabinet announced support to private sector closed due to COVID-19. Qatar LNG project, North Field East, North Field South, all put together 77 to 110 plus 110 to 125 million by 2027. Qatar FIFA 2022 again, 5 stadiums completed, 3 underway. Qatar airport and free zones, Qatar investment programs, Qatar Tasmo and Doha Bank Tadweer. Qatar number of cases is nearing 200,000, that is 197,000 K. Number of deaths is around 392. Number of doses vaccine is around 1.25. Let's look at South African economy. That's nearly, in terms of US dollar, 330 billion US dollars, 3.1% growth, and you'll have a population of around 60 million, and central government gross debt is around 80%, and inflation is around 4.3%, and current account will be a deficit of 1.3%. South African economy at 3.1% is not bad. Reserve Bank kept the rate steady at 3.5%. South African fiscal measured at a percentage of GDP, the consolidated budget deficit is expected to be 14% in 2021, improving a deficit of 7.3% 2022 and 23. 14% is high, but it will eventually come down. That's the forecast. South Africa ran about 14 levels against the dollars. COVID case South Africa is 1.57 million and 53.7 K deaths. COVID vaccination is around 293,000. Let's look at the bilateral. His Highness Emir has visited Republic of South Africa in April 2017, and Qatar-South Africa trade is close to nearly $200 million in 2020. Exports, base metals, machinery, chemicals, and products imports, vegetable exports, livestock and mineral products. Now, Qatar-South Africa working on energy cooperation. 2019, QP and partners discovered gas condensate of 175 kilometers of Mossel Bay, as you know, in South Africa. When it comes to hydrocarbon, Qatar there are plenty of supports which is moving in the right direction, bilateral terms, but relationship in every segment. If you look at Qatar Airways helped repatriate South African during COVID-19. South Africa flights is around 26 times a week. And Murray and, Roberts construction Khalifa Stadium in June 2005. And Qatar, South Africa explore relationship in SME and tourism, and opportunities in the construction side, and again security and logistics to food services. South African invested in Qatar's Nando fast food restaurant chain. Ocean Basket opened in Qatar 2018. Brawl signed MOU with Qatar to establish office in 2018. Lulu Group has opened purchasing office in Cape Town to maintain supplies to Qatar market. South Africa support Qatar's self-sufficiency and expand Qatar's industrial and manufacturing base. Number of South Africans in Qatar is around 8,000. Agreement between the government of the Republic of South Africa and the government of the state of Qatar for the double taxation avoidance, I should say, since 2016. Synergistic opportunities plenty. QFC is an opportunity. QDB launched ITMAR, a unique scheme for financing SMEs. Doha Bank can help amounts up to 1 million and sharing their profit and loss as partners as well. We can facilitate them. We have joint risk participation. Al Damin. Doha Bank has got Tadweer to support SME. In 2017, Qatar issued arbitration law inspired by Initral model law, an international template for law and arbitrations. Food security warehouse projects at Hamad provide stockpile for 3 million people for 2 years. Food strategic partnership with South Africa. Oleo factory in 22 hours. To fast track establishment of manufacturing companies, 3,000 investors from 52 countries have participated. Licensing, readiness, infrastructure and tax benefit available. Law number 1 of 2019 regulating the investments of non-Qatari capital opens way for 100% ownership. It offers investment incentives including allocation of land to non-Qatari investors. Qatar Free Zone Authority has unveiled a 3 billion development and foreign direct investments fund in 2019 for SMEs. On 31st May 2020, Emir issued Qatar Law 12 of 2020 on regulating public-private partnership model. It covers various possible PPP model, including BOT model. Qatar implemented two-tier residency programs under which buyers of property worth of 1 million or more will be eligible for permanent residency in October 2020 last year. It's progressing well. Banks like us are financing retail mortgages. Draft law of 100% ownership limit in Qatar listed companies 2021. Of late, last week, it is 100% ownership. Qatar food security, opportunity. Qatar fintech is an opportunity. Business startup is an opportunity. Doha Bank established Nostro in GCC currencies and Indian rupees with South African banks. Secure money market lines for Doha Bank. Trade finance support to South African banks. Risk sharing with South African banks, buy and sell. Syndicated loans with South African banks and DFIs. Sovereign loans. Secured funding for Doha Bank trade loans. Plenty of reasons to believe these are all going in the right directions. We will be putting across a very strong partnership. We will be the professional intermediary to support this mission. That's the very purpose of the session. We had a wonderful session on the day with 2 ambassadors from both sides participating. We had intense deliberations from business community from South Africa and techno experts, political economists and CEOs are joining, and we had very good participation from the local Qatari business community as well as from banks and business community from South Africa.